Hello everyone, my name is Amelia and one day I will go by Miss Flamand, which is very exciting. I will be teaching art to high schoolers, so 9th through 12th grade. I will hopefully also have an advanced course to kind of challenge my students with this project, which I'm very excited to present to you all. So, like I said, I'll be teaching art. My students will be doing a Cuban art project focusing on modernistic timepieces and using that as their kind of framework for this project. I was kind of inspired to do this based on my last course I took for Spanish. I did a project on the Cuban rumba, and in that project I kind of did some research. Well, obviously you do research. I did research and just got to explore their culture a little bit, and I focused more on their dance and music side of things, which I love. But music, dance, and art are all things that I quite enjoy, and they're also big influences on the Cuban culture. So I wanted to continue with that because I also will be teaching in Florida, where I want to live, and Florida contains 90% of America's Cuban population. Because it's so close to the island of Cuba and the other islands, as well as Mexico, has a lot of Hispanic presence. I mean, it has Little Havana in Miami. I mean, Mr. Worldwide, that's his hometown. So I'm expecting most of my student population, or a larger amount of my student population, to be of Hispanic descent or Cuban descent. So hopefully this project will also be able to create a cultural connection, hitting that multicultural focus. Cuban art is not limited, however, to the Cuban residents, or specifically Cubans, specifically to them, because the art forms of Cuba are a compilation of African, European, and also North American influences. So this does hit a true multicultural aspect of the assignment. So it is a week-long art project. They have 3 days to sketch and to paint and finalize, and then they will present on their 5th day. They have the entire day to review what we are doing. I explain the project. They can ask questions. Day 2 will continue with that, finish up that presentation, and then they will begin to sketch. So I will start, I guess. The materials they will be needing, like I said, is in our class. So we're going to be painting using that medium with acrylic paints. Some students are able to use watercolor if they ask, but specifically I would like them to use acrylic paints. They will also be provided with markers to produce those thick lines that you will see some art forms down below in the presentation that I present to them. They have those abstract art lines, so that's another thing that they can use. Canvases will be provided, and they will provide obviously their pens and pencils and sketch paper. However, the other pieces I will provide them with is going to be the PowerPoint presentation, where I will give them some visual aids of artwork by Emilia Pelez, as well as 2 videos we'll watch, one that focuses on modernism, what it is, just so they have some framework, and the other is like a little piece of Cuba. It's Cuba to the world. Is about this artist who does clay figurines. So my advanced courses would have the option of doing a mini clay art piece if they chose to, and that would also be judged the same as the painting project. During the presentation, they will be expected to take notes. I will present one article that gives them a definite answer to a bell ringer they will have. At the beginning of the presentation, that's the first thing that they get, is a bell ringer. I am going to be, it's looking like I would start beginning to present the presentation at the end of the first day. So I would go ahead and present that bell ringer to them, letting them take it home, just to get the questions in their head. That way the next day when I present, they will have all the information they need to answer those questions, and then they can begin sketching. If they don't want to answer them during that time, they can take it home and it will be graded as homework. So they do have to turn that in. So yeah, they have their bell ringer, and the questions are, one has a definite answer. I don't remember if I said that, but it is Cuban art is influenced by which culture? And like I said prior to, African, European, North American, and Cuban are all the influences in their art forms. What are some key elements of Cuban culture that